A pet psychic revealed Angelina Pivarnick's dog Peanut was unhappy with her husband Chris Larangira on Thursday's episode of Jersey Shore, Family Vacation. "Peanut is like, I don't want to stay here anymore," said pet psychic Teresa Street. Francis, who also predicted that Angelina was going to move to a bigger house and that there was already someone else waiting. Angelina, 35, admitted she had been secretly house hunting and asked for the initials of the guy waiting for her. Teresa only told her that she already knew this person. Teresa said she needed to make a decision to either move on or to stay and keep subjecting Peanut to her unhealthy relationship. "It's telepathic," Teresa said of her ability to communicate with animals. "I hear them in my head. Peanut has this really sweet voice, like a little girl." Teresa said Peanut was telling her this information and also asking what it would take for Angelina to just wake up. She said that Peanut watches everything in the house and is very sensitive. Teresa told Angelina that she was unhappy and that her animals were also unhappy and that she needed to be with someone who was her equal. "What is it going to take for you to wake up?" asked Teresa. "Where do I go from here?" Angelina wondered in a confessional. Jenny J. Farley, 35, Dina Cortese Buckner, 34, and Nicole Snooki Polizzi, 33, were on hand to provide support for Angelina but were shocked to learn the psychic was actually a pet psychic. Teresa, however, seemed to know stuff about each of them. The psychic immediately asked Jenny if she had a problem driving over that involved averting hitting an animal. "I thought I hit a squirrel today," said Jenny. "I veered off the road." Teresa assured her she didn't hit it. The psychic told Snooki that she needed to start writing her book. She also told Dina that she had a heart issue and was vitamin D and iron deficient. "This is weird," said Snooki. "We should have alcohol for this." "Yeah, I'm anemic," said Dina, who then became nervous that there was something seriously wrong with her. Dina said in a confessional that she was a hypochondriac and had anxiety and that the psychic should have known that. Teresa told Angelina that Peanut really doesn't like Chris. She said the dog told her that she and Chris have been arguing from day one. Angelina asked the psychic if Chris slept with another woman in the hotel room and she said just short of that. "What is this kid doing for sex?" Angelina asked and Teresa told her to not be so naive. "Hearing that Chris is stepping out of the marriage is beyond hurtful to me," Angelina said in a confessional. "Is it true? Is it not true? I don't know." After the psychic left, Jenny said, "I need a effing drink after that." The Season 5 episode titled Two Baptisms and a Pet Psychic started with Jenny, Angelina and Dina going over to Nicole's house to share the news that Vinny Guadagnino, 34, sold his house in Los Angeles and was moving back to New Jersey. The housemates gathered for the baptism of Dina's son Cameron. Dina texted Angelina that she didn't want any drama at the baptism. Dina said in a confessional that she was really worried there would be drama between the roommates but that everyone was well behaved. Mike Sorrentino, 39, told his wife Lauren Pesce, 36, that since all the friends were coming into town to meet their baby Romeo that it would be a good time to do his own baptism. The situation explained in a confessional that in order to get Romeo baptized that he had to get rebaptized. Mike told Lauren his plan to have Uncle Nino do his baptism. At Nicole's house, Dina and her drank wine and discussed how Paulie Di Del Vecchio and Nikki Hall, 34, were coming to town. They both agreed that Paulie and Nikki were the perfect couple. Nicole then realized that since Jenny got engaged to Zach that they hadn't even had a party for her to celebrate. She decided that because Jenny said when pigs fly when asked if she would get married again that they should do a pig-themed party. "I love it," said Dina. Meanwhile at Angelina's house she told her grandmother that she still didn't know what to do about her relationship with Chris. She told her grandmother that one of the 2 cats she rescued had been biting her. Her grandmother told her she needed to get an animal psychic to find out what the cat was thinking and how it's feeling. Mike decided that he needed to choose one of his friends to be his godparents. "If anything happens to my parents, I need to have reserves on deck," he said in a confessional. "So, who is it going to be?" asked Lauren. He then ran through the pros and cons of each of them. He said Paulie would be good because he's rich. Vinny, he said, wasn't settled in yet. "Plus, how can you trust a man that doesn't eat carbs?" Mike said in a confessional before deciding on Paulie. He said Jenny was a crisis management specialist with an amazing back fist. Nicole, he said, would always be the first and last at the party. He ultimately decided on Jenny. Dina came over with her kids and was excited to meet Romeo for the first time. Mike was very excited and took pictures of Romeo standing next to Dina's son Cameron. Snooki, Vinny, Jenny, Angelina all came over. Mike told them he had a surprise for them with Rome's baptism. "It's going to be the baptism before the baptism," he said. He explained to them that he needed to redo his baptism. He told them they were going to redo it in a big way. He told them that Uncle Nino was going to officiate the ceremony. "He is the least holy guy," said Vinny in a confessional. "I think lightning will strike down if Uncle Nino tries to baptize someone." Mike asked Jenny if she would be his godmother with Paulie. Jenny was flattered. Vinny said, "Paulie over me, wow." Vinny said in a confessional, "How am I not the godfather, bro? I have nothing going on." Mike said in a confessional that there were a bunch of reasons why he didn't pick Vinny as his godfather. He said he looks frail and walks around with a jump rope. Angelina told Jenny, Snooki and Dina about how she was having a psychic coming over and wanted them to be there. She said they should come over in the morning before the baptism. Paulie showed up at Mike's house with Nikki and he told them about how he wanted him to be his godfather. "I'd be honored," said Paulie. "I won't let you down." Paulie gave Romeo a baby bedazzled bullhorn. Vinny said he understood why he was passed over because Paulie was richer than him. Mike admitted that was one of his points. "If anything happens to my parents, Paulie has to take care of me and has rich as F," Mike said in a confessional. Paulie said in a confessional that Mike made the right move picking him because Vinny is not godfather material. He said, "Stick to jump rope, godfathering is not for you." The next day, Paulie and Vinny arrived at Mike's to help him set up. Vinny said in a confessional that he was mad that he wasn't picked. A cross full of white balloons was arranged outside the house. Polly also had arranged for a church choir to surprise Mike. "This will be the most epic gift ever," Polly said in a confessional. Mike told them he planned to get dunked in purified water. Vinny tried to explain to him that it was not the same as holy water. Jersey Shore Family Vacation will return next Thursday on MTV.